we decided when we were putting together the branding element for this course that we didn't just want to look at visual branding. It's very easy to go, your brand is your logo, your brand is your fonts, your brand is the colors that you use. But actually, and particularly in the case of beauty products, you have to create a sensory brand. Mm-hmm. And that's why we've called this lesson sensory branding, because you also have to think about the way your products feel and smell and sound and even taste, however crazy that sounds. And we'll come to that one.
In terms of tactile branding, why should you consider your customer's tactile experience when designing your formulations and packaging?
I think tactile branding is so important for beauty brands, and it is so often overlooked. People often think, the most important thing is the way it looks, as I said before. And yet, here you are creating a product, holding up one of our graduates' products, and you're touching it. You're putting it on your skin. It is the ultimate tactile product, particularly when it comes to skincare, but also hair care, makeup, oral personal care, deodorants, intimate hygiene, whatever it is that you're selling in your beauty brand, it will come into contact with your body. And yet tactile branding is something hardly anyone ever talks about. So your formulations, how do they feel? Your packaging, how does it feel? When it opens, when it closes, is the click satisfying? Does it feel good to actually hold in your hand? Because customers, they want to hold it, they want to use it, they want to open it, they want to apply it, they want to close it again, they want to put it on their shelf. It's something that's constantly in your hands. And often when you're holding something, if it feels heavy, that equates to a feeling of quality. So the way your products feel in your customer's hand will give them an indirect assumption about whether your brand is of a good quality or not. And we've all opened bottles that feel a bit flimsy or that don't actually decant the product properly. I mean, I have experienced this so many times when you're stood there in the bathroom and you're just shaking it, you're trying to get it out the bottom. It's really frustrating. That's not the brand experience you want for your customers.
What makes for a great olfactory branding experience in your formulations?
Yes. So great question. So we talked about tactile branding. Now let's think about the scent branding, the olfactory branding experience of your products. You want something that evokes emotions in people. And as we know, scent is a really powerful trigger for emotions. It can trigger memories. It can trigger all sorts of feelings in you. And you have to think about this when you're creating your brand. So you have to have an olfactory identity, which is what we walk through in the lesson materials as well. Do you have a similar fragrance theme? Are there certain emotions that you want to evoke? Does a particular scent then remind someone of your brand?
So my question to you, Lorraine, is what are the steps required to develop an audio brand?
Yes. So audio branding is quite a new thing. And we've obviously talked about it publicly a couple of times already. It's something that Formula Botanica is really actively thinking about. And you should too for your beauty brand. So you have to start to analyze your audio identity before you can create an audio brand. When does someone actually hear your brand? And you might think, I don't have a podcast. I'm not, creating audio files for my website. But your audio brand goes beyond that. And one example, which isn't, the nicest of examples, but if you have a shampoo bottle in the shower and you're trying to get the shampoo out and it creates that really horrible sort of farting noise right at the end. I know, it's horrible. Is that what you want associated with your brand? And then, things like the way your products sound when you take them out of the bottle, the way that your packaging sounds when you open it and you close it. If it has a really sort of satisfying metallic click, we've all had the sort of metallic closures on things. And I know that when my kids get hold of things that have that metallic closure, that magnetic closure, they run off with it and break it instantly because everyone finds that so satisfying.